Next, America takes over. Now, while Britannia had been ruling the wave, US company had waving the horse. The 1929 Wall Street crash had took over all the US commerce and market. It was a tragedy. It was a catastrophe. Now, even at that time, there was no requirement for auditing and publication of the account, even from the largest companies in the USA. So, what was the reaction for this catastrophe? The reaction was, in fact, the invention of the oldest and hardest stock market regulator, which is known as SEC, or Security Exchange Commission, which is in fact on life up to today. And that SEC was, and still it is, a public sector agency, which means it is a governmental agency to look after and control all these accounts. And from that time, it started to put its auditing standard and auditing professions and functions, pretending that it's for the British rules. Now, and so it is about the introduction of the SEC was in 1934. Now, up to 1973, SEC had delegated part of its function, and which is the most important function, which was the rule setting, which called them later on standard setting. They changed the rule to standards, and that delegation was to a private sector agencies consist of number of professional accountants, and they call them the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standard Board, which again its main job is to help the SEC for in setting the accounting standard for a transaction. Now, there is no doubt, and nobody can argue with you when we say that New York has the largest and most sophisticated stock exchange market, both in numbers of companies and in their market capitalization. Okay, so in this case, we can say here that because as we say, there are thousands of companies and millions of investors, both in shares and in debts, particularly the bonds. Now, gradually by 1970, so there, in fact, there's a new, let's say, purpose of the financial reporting had been settled and set and agreed by both FASB and SEC, which we use it up to today. That the main purpose of the financial statement is to provide financial information for economic decision making, of course, by predicting the company's cash flow. And since that day till today dates, we used it. Now, the point which I would like to mention here is that since the 12th centuries, USA, in fact, it's ruling the let's say the market regulation, and it is that is by a public agency, which is SEC, and also ruling the financial accounting setting by let's say a private sectors agency, which is FASB, and in fact it has the largest number of users which usually take decision making Okay, and we should not forget that FASB is hitting all the world financial accounting setting or setters. It is the best setter for writing the let's say the financial standard for transaction. Let's now move to the last point.